Hey guys, what's up and welcome back to my channel. So today I'm excited to be sitting down and talking and doing another bump date for you guys. I am trying to be more on top of it. I am trying to actually be a little bit more proactive about scheduling and making sure that I'm getting these out to you guys for two reasons. I know that there's a lot of people who like the bump dates, and I really love to look back on them. When I was pregnant with Jacob, I took a picture every week of my pregnancy, and I would have like a little blurb about what was going on. And I'm doing that very seldomly with this child because I have this, and the video is way more in depth about what's going on with me and my body and the baby. And so I want to be on top of it so that I actually have stuff to be able to look back on, memories to look back on. So today I am 26 weeks pregnant, and I know that I've said this every single time, but that is crazy to me. 26 weeks, like the time is going to fly by. January's almost done, February's a short month. It just feels like time is going to fly by the next little bit, and there is a lot that I need to get done. We have yet to start the baby room and get that all organized, but that is on our list of things to do in the next few weeks here. So hopefully we will get things organized and started to get sort of set up for this little babe. So in terms of the baby is the size of kale or a butternut squash, so about 14 inches according to my app and online, and it is about 2 pounds, which that is crazy to me. I definitely feel like it's 2 pounds. My body feels really heavy. A few really cool things with the baby this week is that their eyelids have been sealed shut this whole time, and now they're actually being able to start opening up their eyes, which means they are more sensitive to light. So if you were to shine a light, they might kick or they might move towards the light, which is really cool. And just interesting to think about the fact that the baby is developing so much that it can do those sorts of things. The baby can also hear me, so it can hear me talking, it can hear Jacob, it can hear, you know, my husband, which is so much fun because I love talking to our baby. I love to read, I love to sing, I love to just like have a conversation with my stomach. And I know that some people are like, that's weird. So call me weird if you wish, but I do. There's something that's just so sweet about it. I read to Jacob all of the time when I was pregnant, and he loves to read. And so I would say that that would probably credit towards that. Maybe not, it might just be his personality, but I enjoy doing it regardless. The other thing is that the baby is kicking a ton all of the time. This is really different for me than with Jacob. I always thought Jacob was really active. This child is so much more active than Jacob. Jacob would be like really strong. I'd get really big bursts of kicks, almost so much so that it would wake me up in the middle of the night because he was so strong. The kick was so strong. And he was very low. I never ever really felt kicks above my belly button until later on in the pregnancy. This child is the total opposite. It wiggles, it moves, it rolls around, it is up high in my ribs. It is high, yeah. It doesn't keep me up at night, but if I wake up, like if Jacob wakes up or I wake up, or if I wake up because I gotta go pee, and the baby is awake, I will be up until the baby goes to bed because it is just that active. It just moves that much. So it's fun to feel, definitely, but it also is kind of annoying. Like, I know that I shouldn't complain about it because it's your baby and it's movement and it's adorable, but it's all of the time. There's no break from it. So I do really enjoy it, but in the middle of the night, it's not so much fun either. So you take the good with the bad, I guess. As for me, there's not much that has changed. I updated you guys last time after I had my ultrasound and stuff. I've now had my doctor's appointment. After my ultrasound, got a call from the ultrasound clinic that they said that they wanted me to come back at 32 weeks pregnant to have another ultrasound because the doctor wanted to check some other things out. So I was really worried about that because leaving the ultrasound technician was like, shouldn't be an issue unless the doctor at the clinic or my own doctor wanted me to come back. Everything looks really good, you shouldn't need to come back. And so when I got the call that I had to come back, I was really worried. There's no notes, apparently, according to the ultrasound lady that I talked to on the phone. She was like, there's no notes. I don't really know why he wants you to come back, but he does. And then when I talked to my doctor on my appointment, he was like, yeah, there's no note saying why he wants you to come back. It could be either that they've called me and they've called the wrong person, or that there was just something that he didn't get a really fantastic shot of and they want us to come back to see it. My doctor is really confident that everything looked great on the ultrasound and that everything is good, and my blood pressure and my sugar levels and all of that are really, really good. So he's not worried. He said, you might as well enjoy it. Go get a picture of your baby again. Like, it's free for us here, so you might as well just do it. So I'm going to, at 32 weeks, we're gonna have another ultrasound, which is fun because I'll get to see the baby again. But it was a little nerve-wracking. I have to admit that for the first little bit, I was really, really nervous after hearing that because I thought that something could have been, you know, seriously wrong, and that's your child, and you don't want anything to be wrong at all. So I'm trying to make sure that I'm listening to my doctor and hearing what he has to say, and I trust him, and so he's confident that things are good, so I'm going to listen to that for now. I don't know if there's really anything really different with me. I'm still having a bit of restless leg issues and hip issues and things like that, but I've been using my foam roller and I really, really love it. I also like to try to do a few stretches before I go to bed and things like that. Lots of water really helps. And one thing that I've started this last couple of weeks is I've brought out my birthing ball again. I had that with Jacob and I sat on that to eat supper, I sat on that to watch TV, I sat on it all the time so that my legs can be really spread wide, I can have a really nice straight posture, and it really does help definitely in terms of all of the pressure on my back and my hips and all that sort of stuff. So if you're having issues with that, definitely get a foam roller, get a birthing ball, and just try to do a few things to really help your body adjust to all of this expanding. Another thing that I'm having going on is my pelvic bone is on fire a lot of the time. So my doctor had explained to me, because when I asked him about it, I said, is that normal for me to be feeling it so early? With Jacob, I felt it like really late, like it was probably the last couple weeks that I was really in pain pelvic wise. And he said, yeah, it's just a second baby. It's just gonna be the way that it is. So he said, basically you have two bones, and as you know, everything expands, they kind of shift away from each other a bit, and then they rub. So as I'm walking, they're rubbing against each other. So much so that like I have to limp sometimes to get to my bedroom. So he told me that I can try using a belly band, or just to take really, you know, good care of myself using that birthing ball, trying to sit in positions that I'm not, you know, crossing my legs or sitting on my foot or anything that's gonna be, you know, adding extra pressure or extra pain there. But that's just basically my body getting ready for birth. So that's exciting, but it's also, like I said, painful. So again, you take the good with the bad, but it's something that I'm just gonna have to kind of suffer through until baby comes, and that's okay. And then I guess the last thing that's new is I actually took my glucose test. So if you do not know what that is, it's basically this orange drink that they make you drink. You wait an hour and then they take some blood, and then they can see if you have developed gestational diabetes in your pregnancy. I haven't gotten a phone call yet, so hopefully no news is good news. My doctor was really confident that my sugar levels are really good at all my appointments, so hopefully that's good. But you never know until you get all that, you know, all the stuff back. So that's all done with. So basically now there's just, you know, my few doctor's appointments and stuff like that, my growing belly, baby's gonna grow, and we're just gonna kind of be counting down the last little bit. I feel like a lot of the things that, you know, like the glucose test and the ultrasound and all those main key things have, you know, kind of come and gone, and so now it's just a waiting game. It's getting myself organized and prepared and nesting and all of that fun stuff. So anyway guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. Give it a big thumbs up if you did. I'm gonna show you my belly just so you guys can see how I'm growing. I feel like I have gotten huge this last little bit. There's my little tummy. See, with Jacob I would carry so low, like this baby doesn't start until, you can see this baby doesn't start until here, and Jacob, my stomach didn't start until lower, and I rounded out like quite a bit lower. So that's my little baby, nice and high, and just so sweet. So anyway guys, I hope you enjoyed this, and we will see you in my next video. Bye guys.